our Lifeline. 3 Port of Benton commissioners could be recalled from their positions. Their plea for our state's highest court to step in.
When the community is saying, well, why aren't you stopping ICE from taking somebody into custody? That's not our role at all.
An ordinance limiting ICE activity on King County property goes into effect this week, but the sheriff says there are limits on what her deputies can do.
And taking a live look at the coastline right now, we're tracking a swarm of small earthquakes off the Washington coast. We got the latest coming up in a live interview.
I'm Severe Rainford. This is Washington News Wrap for Tuesday, April 14, 2026. With 3 Port of Benton commissioners at risk of being recalled from their jobs. Now they're asking for the Washington Supreme Court to step in. A petition filed by the group Citizens for a Better Port highlighted dozens of charges of wrongdoing. Allegations from the petition claim commissioners violated state law and port policies by retaliating against employees. In late March, a court ruled the recall could proceed, but dismissed most of the allegations, saying only one charge per commissioner could go forward. According to the Tri-City Herald, the 3 commissioners want our state's high court to overturn the ruling allowing the recall to proceed. If Washington Supreme Court justices uphold the ruling, supporters of the recall will have 180 days to gather enough signatures to put the vote on ballots for people in those port districts. The Yakima Nation will receive a settlement from a Washington dairy producer. Dairy Gold has agreed to pay $2 million after a federal lawsuit accused them of violating the Clean Water Act. The tribe claims the Dairy Gold facility at the port of Sunnyside released pollution into Yakima River without being treated. The settlement also says Dairy Gold will have to pay $15,000 per day and $25,000 per month for 18 months if Dairy Gold violates federal limitations by releasing untreated waste again. Dairy Gold says it will upgrade its treatment facilities and will meet state and federal rules, but also disputes their discharges did any harm.
All right, turning our attention now to the Washington coast, where we've been tracking some underwater rumbles. On Sunday night, a swarm of 18 earthquakes were recorded about 250 miles offshore. The strongest one was a 4.2 in magnitude. To dive more into this, we're joined by Zoe Krause of the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network. Thank you so much for being here. I understand you're actually at a earthquake conference right now in California. Is that right?
Yeah, I am. It's very topical. But yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, I know that there have been some concerns about earthquakes hitting near an underwater volcano off our shore. Now, do these quakes hit nearby that location?
These earthquakes were actually about 60 miles north of Axial Volcano, which is maybe the one you've heard about as being soon to erupt offshore. They are on the same tectonic plate boundary, so it's where 2 plates of Earth's crust are moving apart.